Rain, rain, I love you. Rain, oh rain, my dear. Rain, oh, I love you. Rain, oh, rain, oh, rain. Oh, yeah, rain, rain, oh, rain, I love you.
Good sound, real good sound, good feeling. After all this very hot, dry weather, the water has come. And yeah, welcome everybody to this Sunday Shining. We're gonna go into whatever my heart is sharing with me today, and the little things that have sort of come into my mind, into my heart during the week. So thank you for all your beautiful comments and your being here on these two channels. Thank you for your comments on the other channel, Katrina R, and following my little things outside in nature with the animals and plants. So yeah, life is good, really. Life is good. And I felt yeah, I think that nature is going to play a larger part in our lives for all of us. In some way or the other, we might stay in the city, some of us, but I think many people will be moving into more nature, and we are being encouraged to create more nature and allow nature to be more. And it's just so fascinating because where we live here, we've been living for 30 years, and it was just a bare patch of, it was just a barley field. And the farmer who lived here, he'd been growing barley for many years with pesticides and these chemicals that they use, many use still. And we didn't want to be farmers, we just wanted to be self-sufficient and yeah, have a lot of life around us. So we thought it was just such a very, very wonderful feeling to just like you're starting a drawing or starting a piece of art, and you just have a blank piece of paper. There's nothing there. There were hardly any earthworms. When we dug into the ground, it was very hard to find an earthworm, obviously, because there was just no plants really. And so yeah, so we wanted to plant trees and have a little pond, and we had 2 ponds, and it just sort of has grown from there. But it's it is really amazing to see that when you allow nature to come and unfold, and you help her along a bit with a few trees and dig a few holes, so you have many different little what do you call it? It's what's it called? Yeah, biologically different areas. Like you have a bit of forest, you have a bit of wet, you have a bit of dry area, and the more of these different things you have, and it can even be in a little garden really, the more wildlife will come, and they just come in from everywhere. And it's just amazing to see how this is what nature wants, and this is what gives life to Mother Earth as she wants to unfold. Because monoculture is not a part of Mother Earth. Having just one species is completely, it's unreal for nature. So it's just so beautiful. And when the trees go up, you have a whole farm up in the air, and of course the trees' roots go down, and so all this life under the ground. Yeah, it's just fascinating, and it is really, really wonderful. I feel that it is not really a matter of how much land you have. It's really a matter of just getting into, it's just, you need some sort of soil. You can even do it on a balcony, really, because life will come. So it's really, really precious. And I was just thinking with the little chickens I got this morning, because we humans, we think we are the boss, and we do this, and we get a cow, and we get this, and we do this, and we do this. But what the chickens told me this morning was that they chose me. They were the ones who chose me, because I needed them. And that was so funny. It's just wonderful to see things in a different light, and I think it's very true. They chose me because I need them. I need them more than they need me. Or maybe it's equal, doesn't matter. And so this brings me to the channelings. One of the channelings on the Sananda website, there's quite a few on Fridays. It's really wonderful. And some of them are just so inspiring and so helpful. And what one of them said was that, this time on Earth is extremely challenging. And no matter who you are, no matter how enlightened you are, it's very challenging, and it's very, it just is very difficult to make your way and to know what's right, what's wrong, what should I do, what should I not do, and to not get caught up in the sadness, the despair, the hopelessness, and the feeling of being wrong. I mean, I had that really strong this morning, really. The whole thing of maybe maybe I'm just one big mistake. I mean, maybe I should have done it all differently. And this is all, it's all a part of the human condition. And yeah, it's just to say that I have, if you have any of these negative feelings, I know how you feel, because I have it too. And what the channeling said was that the only way to move through this is to learn to reach higher vibrations within yourself. So learn which things that lift your vibration, and as soon as you do that, everything around you changes. And I've said this so many times, but when we get caught in the, we get so focused on all these people around us, maybe who are struggling a lot, all the bad relationships, all the difficult things in our lives that we really do not understand. We get so focused on how and why and what should we do about it. And what they were saying very clearly is that this is not what we need to do. We just need to just let it be there, do what we feel our heart is guiding us to do, and then just access a higher excuse me, more rain, so good. Access a higher frequency within yourself. So and this is training for us. So every time we feel these things around us we feel negative about it, we go into the ego, the old way of, how could I fix this? What could I do? We're being trained to keep going back to the treasure within that is bringing us these higher frequencies, which are really coming in from all over space, or whatever you want to say, all the dimensions. They're sending on all this very, very high frequency light, which is love. It's love in a very, very high frequency, very, very pure love. And we can't access it out there. We have to go in here to access it. So going in and doing something that we really, really love to do, where we feel this joy arising from within, where we just, we remember the feeling of joy. And really it is a remembrance of the pure love that we came from when we left God, when we were all thrown out into this. It's a remembrance of this very, very, very pure state of being, where we are bathing in love, and we are the bath of love, and everything is so pure and sweet and vibrant and joy-filled. So it is a remembering, but at the same time it is also something new and fresh. So yeah, I thought that was very helpful this morning. It really got me one of the puzzle pieces in my puzzle into place, and it really helped me to stay high, to just release my grip on all these strange things that are going on, and maybe people who I love, who I feel are so lost, and the sadness about it, and the just the whole thing of how they just feeling with myself. There could be so much love on this planet. We could be life could be so wonderful, and we choose all this bad stuff. It's so sad. So it catches me, and it's important not to just suppress that feeling, because it is a part of this. It is a part of this journey that we're on, this this challenge that we have chosen on earth now, is to see all this sadness. And that's just one of my challenges, to see that these people I know, they hold the greatest of the greatest potential, and they really came here. They have the potential to live an amazing life where they are so filled with joy and love and peace and wisdom, and they have so much to share, and they have so much to enjoy, and they don't choose that path. They choose a different path, which is very painful and very lonely and very not sharing love and joy. They don't wish that that's not what they want to do. And yeah, it's just it can really, really sadden me. But I know deep down, I know that I came here to experience this. It's not wrong. That's when we get caught in the ego. We think something must something must be wrong because it's so bad. But the thing is, nothing is wrong, because everybody is where they chose to be on a spiritual level. They chose to come and experience these things so that they could make their way out of it. And as one of the channelings was saying, I think it was the Arcturians that were saying, we can't step in and pull you out of it, because we mustn't do that, because that would be against your will, because you want to make your way. And we know how satisfying it is when something is difficult. And we know this from all the stories of all people who have not had challenges. They just do not grow, and they do not mature, and they just do not get to shine real bright. And it's because going through difficult things and making our way and really finding these finding a solution where you really feel you've reached a level higher, or you can suddenly you've solved the thing, or you've learnt. You can see, you get the aha moment. Okay, that's what this was all about. I made it. I did it. That feeling is so powerful. And of course is the reward, but it is also the push to go further. Because then you're going to get a challenge that's even worse or more difficult. And you've learned again and again and again that I can do this. And that's, I think, very much a big motto in me. I can do it. I can do this. Always been very strong, and I feel it for others. You can do it. It's a good way to feel, but it doesn't resonate with all people. They can feel it's quite disturbing. So anyway, yeah. So that very good message this morning. Go into, every time you feel stressed about life around you, go into your, as they all say, go into your chamber, close the door, go into the higher vibrations. And it's sad, this sounds really mad, but I've said it before. One of the best things I can do is do a coffee enema. It is just so wonderful. And if you go and see the pages by Dr. Lawrence Wilson, he writes about different aspects of the coffee enema, and there just is something very, very powerful and it's very purifying, and it just invites me very, very deeply into my being. It's just like just putting a plug, you're accessing the higher realms very quickly. That's what I feel. It's very powerful, very strange. So just getting back to the channelings, the last channeling that I put in there on this channel was where they mention, the Arcturians mention all these spaceships that are coming in. I just want to say, I'm really not a person who's waiting for all the spaceships to come in and all these ETs to be running around amongst us. It's just not, I don't know if it's ever going to happen, and it's not something I'm yearning for, because it just doesn't really resonate with me. And maybe also because many people who are into ETs and these things can get really off track and lose their own growth process. So it's all about love. This is all about love. It's all about us pulling ourselves out of the darkness and into the light, which is who we are. Pulling ourselves out of the lie and into the truth. Pulling ourselves out of the unreal and into the real, which is who we are. That's what's happening on Earth. And as far as they say, all the people who can see all these things, every single part of all the universes are looking down onto Earth. Because this is a very, very grand event. Very, very, very amazing event. Because it's just never happened before, that we have all, with the planet and all of humanity who have chosen, are awakening at the same time. So it's like a big... it's a huge, huge leap we're all taking from going from one world to another. The world of pain and struggle, war, all the negativity, and going into the light and getting to live on this planet as enlightened beings who are perfect in their imperfection, who are... we're going into the innocence. We're returning to our own innocence. So what for me is really the what I'm looking towards is New Earth, and how we are going to live on this physical planet in harmony with ourselves, with each other, with all of life around us. And it's really paradise on earth, heaven on earth. There will be a new heaven and a new earth. That's what's happening. That's just how I feel it. I can't prove it to you. I just feel it, and every time I think about it and I envision it, I feel better, and it just is wonderful. So, yeah. So, joy, the rain coming, feeding the earth. Just have a little break. So, what I wanted to share today was just talking a bit about the smile. So let's just do a little experiment. The smile. This is a really, really useful useful tool. You could say it's also one of the major paths, one of the major areas of what we're in right now. Is to choose, is to use the smile, and the smile is not just something you do with your lips. It is something that affects every cell in your body. So it's a world in itself, and it's a path in itself. It's a way of life. Choosing to smile is a way of life, and it sows seeds for new life. So when you choose to smile, you put yourself onto a path where the smile will guide you further. So it is choosing the path of joy with one little act, and it's simply smiling. So when we're talking about finding the joy, feeling the joy, expressing the joy, cultivating the joy, this is a very wonderful little tool which actually helps us access all this joy, because many of us can feel really it's just overwhelming to how am I going to, in my situation in my life, feel deep and complete joy. It's not possible. Okay, so we can put that aside and say, okay, well, you're not meant to. All you need to do is smile. So why is this? It's because smiling affects you. It goes both ways. When you're joyful, it's very easy for you to smile. It's very natural because the feeling comes from within, and it turns into a smile because you just feel joyful. You have the inner smile. You have the inner joy. It produces a smile. But when you're not feeling the inner joy, you can use the smile to actually produce the inner joy. So it's very fascinating, but they know now, because they've made many studies with the smile, and it started sometime in the 1800s where, I don't know the name of the man, I can find it maybe, but you can also go and search it. He made a test with people who are just doing this movement, the smile, without feeling anything, to just do the smile, and they found out that you actually change the chemistry of the brain. So all these happy hormones, the production of them rises when you do this. And you can even just put a stick between your teeth and do this, and it will happen. So it sounds very simplistic, and it sounds really quite strange that by doing a movement with your face, with facial muscles, you change your brain, but that's what you do. So we're sending signals. When we smile, we send signals to the brain that that life is good, and the brain answers back with this. It floods the brain with these dopamine, endorphins, serotonin, I think, different hormones that give us the happy feeling. So And we know it also with laughter therapy, which is really the smile turning into laughter, which is more, it's a much bigger physical thing, and for many people not very natural to just start laughing without having anything to laugh about. But they know now, it's simply proven that this affects every single cell of your body, and it makes it more healthy. So you're boosting every cell in your body when you do this. So we'll just go back to the smile, because I think the smile is in a way deeper than the laughter. Laughing is really, really powerful, but the smile, you can use it in any situation, and it's very subtle, it's very calm, and it goes very deep. So you're making powerful changes in your life when you simply choose to smile. So it's very fascinating. So we are, when we smile, we're helping ourselves, and you can, if you try it yourself, just relax your face and then just make a smile. And you don't have to mean it, just start smiling. And I can feel it straight away. My body changes when I smile. So powerful, completely free. We don't have to really learn anything. We don't have to do any course. We just it's completely free, no side effects other than good. And we are healing. We are helping our bodies heal and work better, and we're helping ourselves feel better in this moment. So right where you are, with this challenge and that challenge and this challenge and my sore thumb, whatever it is, you're lifting yourself and going back to the talking about lifting your vibration. Obviously you are lifting your vibration when you choose to smile, because you step into joy, and you step into gratitude. You step into you choose to feel good despite. Right where you are, you choose the feeling of feeling good. Yeah, so let's just go a little bit more into this. You become more beautiful when you smile. It makes your face more beautiful, if that's what you want. And that's nice that you feel that your face looks more beautiful. But what is even more powerful is that people who see you smiling, you are actually sending a message to them that, in a way, you're manipulating them, because what studies have shown, it is obvious that this is contagious. So when you smile to someone, they smile back, because the brain is signaled that there's a smile coming, and so automatically, without thinking, the person will smile. It's very difficult to not smile when somebody's smiling at you. So this is also something that happens physiologically. We don't have to think about it. Another thing, of course, that is so important is that not only is it contagious, so you help that person to access the joy within, but you're also signaling to the other person that I'm friendly, I don't want to hurt you, and I like looking at you. I feel good near you. So without saying anything, just moving these muscles in your face, you're giving a gift, a very, very grand gift to your fellow being. And it's sort of paying it forward type of thing, because when it clicks in them and they can see, well, that's what I want to look like. I want to smile like that person. That was so wonderful a feeling. Why did he smile to me? What was this all about? Well, I don't know, but he smiled. He looked at me and smiled. And there was nothing, no intention in it. It was just a smile. that made me feel so good. And if the person is awakened enough and has moved more out of the ego, they will see, well, I could choose that. How about how about I do that too? Because that man looked very, very handsome and very, very attractive, and I want to look attractive, but I also want to get this feeling. That's the most important. I want to feel this feel-good feeling, and I want to give it to others, because why should they look at my frowning face? And it's okay that some days I don't smile, because that's just human. That's just the way it is. I won't force it. But I can see this person I saw who smiled to me has shown me a new path in life. I can do this. It won't cost me anything. It's not difficult. It's not complicated. And I will enhance my life many, many, many times by doing this. So you're actually teaching. You're not only enhancing that person's life by smiling to them, but you're teaching them the way of love, the way of joy. And as God has, whoever, whatever God is, the way He has designed this life is that whatever you do that is in alignment with God feels good. So you're actually helping the person come closer to God. It's so powerful. And coming back to the simplicity, keep it simple, sweetheart. Kiss. That's the lips too. Keep it simple, sweetheart. The most simple things in life are the most powerful. So sometimes you see, I can feel that sometimes, and as I mentioned the other day, sometimes we just talk too much. There's too many words. Just too many words. And a smile, there's no words, just a smile. And you can say the presentation that might have taken you 10 hours with words is said in 2 seconds. It's all said. It's all done. And you're going past the verbal language. So the smile, in a way, says more than words. Because the words are quite rough tools. Yeah. It's very fascinating. There was also, I mean, all these studies done on your physical, what's it called, body language. We say much more with our bodies than we actually say with our words. It's so fascinating. So let's just see what more. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, here we have it. Yeah. Yeah, it's also it's also the it's our the journey we are on with ourselves. The smile is there's the whole thing of the relationships to others and how we share the smile, but the smile is first and foremost for ourselves, because it helps our journey. It makes the journey completely different when we choose to smile. So really this is really about your relationship to yourself, and going back, yeah, this is really important, I think, because when you're smiling, you're really smiling at yourself. And you can use the mirror work, which Louise Hay was used a lot. But really smiling, you're smiling to yourself. And what are you saying? You're saying, I accept you. I love you. I feel peaceful in you, being being in your presence. This is a joyful experience, being here with you, in you. So it is the relationship with ourselves that we finally, with a smile, we come into peace with ourselves. And that's what really is changing the world. So I think, yeah, it's good to focus mainly on what this will do for you. So wonderful. So simple. So, yeah, what more can I share? I think that's it for today. And we're going to do a Gabriel message, and then, yeah, we're going to finish it off. So let's do one. The Gabriel message number 1. Gently and with love, honor yourself. Dear one, you are sometimes kinder to total strangers than you are to yourself. You are a magnificent being of light. Honor and remember this, for it is not easy to be in an earth body. There are many demands on you. You can be so involved with day-to-day struggles that you do not feel you have time to remember your spirit. And yet it is the focus on your spirit that will make your earth walk easier. Honor yourself in gentleness and love. You are not alone. The infinite present has not placed you onto the earth plane without a way of receiving assistance when you most need it. That is why there are angels. Angels are messengers from God who are here to assist in making your earthly life more effortless, to bring light into the darkness, and to remind you that you are incredibly loved. We know of your struggle, and we know that you are making a valiant effort. We bless you and honor you for all that you have done and are doing. But more than that, we honor you for who you are deep inside. We honor that part of you which is the essence of the light of spirit. We see within you a spark of incredible goodness and love. This we bless and honor, and we urge you to do the same. The more you bless and honor this divine light within you, the more it grows. The more this light grows, the more love you feel, and the more energy you have. The more love you feel within you, the more you want to give to others. In this way the world is served and more light is brought to your beautiful planet, which is in need of great blessings at this time. We ask you to be gentle with yourselves, to be as kind to yourselves as you are to others. Without love and encouragement, a little child cannot grow to be a healthy adult, yet you never outgrow your need for love. And remember, it is important to give yourself this love first, before you can fully give it to others. And here's a little practice. How does one love oneself? You can start with small things. Say, I love you, to yourself whenever you look into a mirror. Remember to give yourself daily acknowledgement for how hard you work, for how much effort you give to another, for how caring you are to your children. For whatever you can think of, acknowledge yourself. If you cannot think of anything, simply acknowledge yourself for getting through another day on earth and doing it the best you can do. As simple as this may seem, it is very powerful. The most important way you can love and honor yourself is by remembering who you are deep inside. A radiant spirit of light growing stronger and more whole every day. This is the truth of you. You can love yourself by eating in healthy ways and doing all that you know serves your body. But true loving and honoring begins with your thoughts about yourself. You are here on earth to express spirit in form and to learn to be loving, joyful, and peaceful. It does no good to berate yourself because you're not yet perfectly expressing these qualities. You were not given a manual for life on earth, so the only way you can learn is through trial and error, and by often painful experiences which encourage you to grow through the choices you make. You are doing just fine. Please honor this. There are many ways you can gently love and honor yourself. We ask you to give yourself kindness and compassion, to do the best you can with all aspects of your life, and to call on a higher power to assist you at all times, no matter how mundane the situation. The angels are divine messengers here to help you, bless you, and most of all, to love you. Receive love and remember, gently and with love, honor yourself. There she is looking in the mirror. Honesty. Okay, so yet another good message for us to about our relationship to ourselves, and just coming into this place of love. Really allowing ourselves to feel good about being who we are, just who we are. As I heard in just a little podcast I saw the other day, it feels so good to feel good. Okay, so I send you all my love right where you are in your life, and I pray and I wish for you that you feel the love, you feel the peace, you feel the joy, you feel the hope, that everything is changing and becoming more and more beautiful, and you are discovering your own beauty more and more. Life is becoming better and better every moment. So see you soon. Bye.